Imagine you're a magnificent, sprawling tree. Your trunk is solid, your roots dig deep into the earth, and your branches stretch proudly toward the sky. But one day, you notice something's wrong. Your leaves are dry and brittle, riddled with holes. Your branches are heavy, drooping with a weight you can't quite place. You check every inch of yourself, but there's no obvious cause. So you panic. You start treating the symptoms. You spray the leaves, you try to prop up the branches, but nothing changes. Why? Because the problem isn't in the leaves. The leaves are just a sign, a reflection of a much deeper issue. It all begins in the soil. The soil is the essence of who you are. Every experience, every belief, every trauma, every influence from the outside world, it's all mixed in there, like rocks and debris, and whatever is in that soil becomes a part of you. Your roots, which are like your body's energy systems, draw everything directly from that soil. If the soil is imbalanced or stressed, your roots carry that imbalance throughout your entire being. It might take years for this to show up in your leaves and branches, but eventually it always does. Your leaves represent your physical body, your organs, hormones, glands, and muscles. So when they start showing signs of distress, it's not about fixing the surface. Spraying the leaves will never bring true healing. Real healing has to start at the root. You have to go back to the soil, back to your foundation, and clear out the old energies and beliefs that are poisoning your base. To heal, you must return to your true self. You have to clean the soil. You have to become you asterisk. And that means loving, accepting, and being yourself, no matter what. Stop shrinking your light to make others comfortable. Stop playing small because you're afraid. No more dimming your own sparkle. No more hiding. This isn't about eliminating negative emotions or trying to fix everything on the outside. I truly believe that when we disconnect from who we really are, that's when our minds and bodies begin to suffer. You are not broken. You don't need fixing. You don't need another self-help book. You need self-love. The only real work is to find yourself and stay there. Now, there are so many ways we disconnect from who we truly are. It's easy to say, just be yourself. But it's not always easy to recognize how you're not doing that. As we grow up, we often drift so far from our true nature that we forget what it even feels like. To help you reflect on this, I'm going to share my own list, some of the ways I unknowingly dimmed my own light and how it affected me. First, I lived in fear. We often label this anxiety, but when I look deeper, it was a profound fear in my core. Fear of failure, fear of upsetting others, fear of trusting myself, fear of losing my parents, fear of injury, of accidents, of making mistakes, fear of travel, crowds and germs, fear of losing control or not having financial security, and a huge fear of being disapproved of. Living under a constant cloud of fear is not what life is meant to be. I also stayed in relationships that just didn't feel right. I felt like I couldn't express myself. I was terrified of upsetting the other person, so I would bottle everything up and take on their emotional weight as my own. Worst of all, I lied to myself. I ignored my intuition, that gut feeling, and called it making a compromise. Living out of alignment with your own truth creates a constant, draining inner conflict. In some areas of my life, I took on way too much responsibility, but in others, I avoided it entirely. For example, I didn't believe in myself academically, so I avoided educational paths that could have brought me a lot of fulfillment. I was so scared of standardized tests and the idea of failure that I just opted out. That fear stole opportunities from me. Now, you don't need a college degree to be successful. I don't have one, and I'm completely at peace with that. But what matters is that you don't let fear be the one making your choices for you. And I was incredibly harsh with myself, truly cruel. If someone else had spoken to me the way I spoke to myself, it would have been considered abuse. I nitpicked every single imperfection. I couldn't let things go or just enjoy life. I hope sharing this list helps you reflect on your own patterns. A lot of people are shocked when I share this side of myself. They say, "Wow, I can't believe you ever struggled like that." And I just have to laugh, because I know there are even more things I've left out. But I am living proof that you can come through all of it stronger, happier, and healed. The key is to move forward and become unapologetically you. That's what being in alignment feels like, not aligning with the world, but with yourself. And when you get there, your energy flows, healing begins, miracles start to happen. Oh, and life gets a whole lot more fun and a lot easier. The real work of life is shedding anything and everything that doesn't fit your truth. It's not an instant process. But as long as you keep showing up for yourself, over and over again, this journey is yours for the taking. Healing doesn't mean escaping the world. It means bringing your best, most authentic self into it. As the great Joseph Campbell once said, the big question is whether you are going to be able to say a hearty yes to your adventure. So my question to you is, are you ready to drop the baggage and take the coolest trip? Picture yourself as a grand sprawling tree. Not just any tree, but a tree that has stood through all seasons, the harsh and the mild. A tree with deep roots and wide branches reaching both into the earth and up to the sky. Take a slow, deep breath in ... and let it out. Let your eyes close gently if that feels comfortable. Let this be a journey inward, a moment just for you. Every strong tree begins with its roots. They are mostly invisible, hidden beneath the surface, but they are essential. Your roots are your values, your beliefs, your unique beginnings. They are your childhood, your culture, your memories, both the painful and the beautiful. Though the world may only see what's above ground, what truly sustains you is what lies beneath. Take a moment to consider, how deep are your roots? What grounds you when the winds of life begin to howl? Feel your roots growing deeper into your identity, into the core of who you are. Nourish them with love, with wisdom, and with truth. Remember, even in darkness, roots grow strongest. From these roots grows your trunk, strong, steady, and resilient. This is your character, your core strength. It's what keeps you standing upright in the fiercest of storms. Your trunk is formed over time. With every challenge you've faced, every setback you've overcome, a new ring of strength has been added to your being. Have you ever stopped to notice that? You have survived every single storm you have ever faced. That incredible strength lives within you, quiet and unshakable. You may bend, but you do not break. Feel that resilience right now. It is your foundation. From the trunk rise your branches, representing your growth, your dreams, your journey outward into the world. Each branch tells a unique story. A story of risks you took, of people you've loved, of the many paths you've followed. Some of your branches grew long and lush, reaching for the sun. Others may have stopped short, perhaps broken or dry. And that's okay. That is part of the journey. Not every direction was meant for you. Still you grew. Still you reached. You are a living map of exploration, always stretching toward your own source of light. And on these branches are the leaves. They come and they go. They are your expressions, your thoughts, your ever-changing moods, your seasons of life. Sometimes they are green and full, bursting with life. Other times they are crisp, colored with experience, and eventually they fall away. Let them fall, let the old ones go. Let new leaves grow in their place. Just as trees do not cling to old withered leaves, you need not cling to old versions of yourself that no longer serve you. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to let go. You are allowed to bloom again and again. Trees live in a beautiful, natural rhythm with the seasons. And so do you. There are times of incredible growth, like spring, and there are times of necessary rest, like winter. There are times of abundant joy, like a warm summer day, and times of inevitable loss, like a crisp autumn afternoon. Do not fear the winter in your life. It is not the end. It is a time for rest. It is a period of quiet preparation for the spring that will surely follow. Be patient with your own seasons. Each one has its purpose. Each is a vital part of your becoming. And remember, you are not alone. Like a single tree standing in a vast forest, you are part of something so much greater than yourself. Your presence matters. You offer shade, you offer shelter, and you offer your unique beauty to all of those around you. You are connected to people, to nature, to the entire world. Your growth gives permission for others to grow. Your healing helps others to heal. Even when you are standing in stillness, you are making a difference. Your existence is a gift. So now picture yourself one more time as that grand sprawling tree, rooted deeply in your truth, standing tall in your strength, reaching wide with your dreams. You are not just growing. You have already grown so much. You have become, and still, there is always more to reach for. Breathe deeply into that truth. Stand in your stillness. Feel the power within, and always remember, you are the tree, and you are the forest, and you are the whole sky above it. Grow deep. Stand tall. Reach wide. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. If this journey resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like, subscribe, and follow for more moments of reflection. Until next time, be well.